So I've been in the I've been in the flooring business industry for about 17 years. I started in 2007, right before the Great Recession. I was actually a real estate developer in my late 20s. We're buying land in Northern California. We were building specs, and we were going. We had like 7 houses under construction, right? And then we had like 1 or 2 finished. We were right in the middle of wrapping up a few, and then that boom, right? So, and it was kind of like, well, I got to stop building. Right, so I can't build through this. A lot of guys tried to, but I was like, I don't think this is going to be one we're going to build through. So long story short, I was sitting around the house. I was probably driving my wife a little bit crazy, and the flooring retailer that I bought my flooring through had just, I was in there hanging out because everything's relationship based, right? And so I was hanging out in there talking to him, and because we became friends, and like, oh, my rep just quit. And I was like, well, shoot, what does your rep do? I could do that. That sounds like a good job for me. And so I called up the VP, the SVP of Mohawk, and I was like, hey, I'm interested in this position. I've never done it before, but I think I'll be really good at it. And so anyway, they brought me on. They almost offered me the job, right? And then they called me back a week later, and they said, no, we're going to pass on you. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, right? It's like, this is perfect for me. And so I actually convinced him to say, hey, no, you're going to hire me, because he was thinking that real estate was coming back and he was going to lose me in 6 months, right? So I tell this story because it's kind of funny, and I haven't told the story in a long time, not to waste time. So anyway, I talked myself back into a job, and I ended up working for Mohawk for 12 years, right? I started a residential, and during those 2008, 2009, I was able to maintain my business by focusing on market share, right? Like, hey, who's doing the business? I need a piece of everybody's pie. That's how and I was actually able to stay par while everybody else was down 40%. And that I've carried that strategy through a lot of my career, and what I've done is because market share is ultimately important. Everybody can focus on market share in their own micro markets and grow their business. The only people that are truly affected by what's going on in the economy, I think, are the biggest players, right? So there is growth and there is strategy on every single level everywhere. Anyway, Mohawk ended up sending me out to New Zealand. My whole family, I have 3 teenage daughters today. When they were younger, we developed the New Zealand market. We took it from about $3 million, $4 million to about $12.5 million in 2.5 years. And then from there, they moved me into Los Angeles, and I started working in the commercial group, developing the education government segment for Mohawk Group, because it was underdeveloped in Los Angeles County. And so I went out and I met with every single freaking school district and university in the county, and we started to grow that business. And by that time, I ended up, I've always been about the experience more than like, hey, like, let's maximize the dollars we can make. So it's like, hey, my family was kind of done being in LA, and I was never a place that I wanted to live. So I was like, hey, let's get out of here. And so they actually presented us an opportunity for us to move up to Canada and BC, which is really close to home for me, Washington State.
Wow.
And so get this, I got an international move package, to move like honestly an hour from home.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking cool. And my intentions were to stay there for 10 years and develop British Columbia. Right? COVID hit. I was already starting my marketing agency in 2007, running ads for my flooring dealer friends. Right? And so I was kind of doing that. I was doing native advertising, health supplements, spending millions of dollars already on the side just for clients and stuff. And through because I had to do something during 2020, right? Most people sit on their thumbs. So I kind of built the agency in 2020. And I just, had an opportunity, like, it just wasn't working up there, right? And so I was like, and I wasn't liking Canada that much. I'm sorry if anybody's from Canada, but it just wasn't my jive, right? I just didn't work too well. So anyway, we ended up moving back. We moved across the border. I live in this beautiful place called Anacortes. It's right in the San Juan Islands of Washington. And my family's here. My daughter's going to WSU this year. We're going this weekend for her first tour. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old, 13-year-old daughter. And my everything that I do right now is this company that I'm scaling and growing, right? And we're doing some of the best stuff that we've ever done. This offer is about a year old right now. And the problems that we've solved and identified and how fast we've done it over the last 12 months is incredibly exciting. And what we're doing today is one of the coolest things. And all my time is reserved for this, riding mountain bikes downhill really fast, and hanging out with my girls, whatever remaining time I have or whatever time teenage girls want to give me. So This is my world.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.